Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stamp and Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. We are so glad to be back, and I bet that was a hint. That music that started the show was a hint that my good buddy, my best friend, my love, Tom, is back. Say hi, Tom.
Hey.
Everybody missed you the last two lives. I'm telling you right now.
You guys had fun though.
We did have fun. Sammy was great. We had a great time with Sammy, and Rena is always a hoot, and she was actually really brilliant. She was blowing my mind with what she was teaching us. But it's never the same without you, and I'm glad to have you back in the dead space.
Great to be back. I fill out the dead space.
You do. You fill it out very well over there.
Blend in.
Rena did try on some of your cowboy hats, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't have the same effect. Not at all. Well, it is good. It is great to see everybody. Tom and I had a nice little anniversary getaway. We spent a little bit of time in the warm weather, and we are so glad to be back and spending a bunch of time with you guys tonight. So tonight we're going to have some fun with stencils. Tom, I have a cool technique that I think you're going to really like.
Okay.
Yeah, it is super fun. This is now, remember when I did the bubble wrap background?
I do.
Yeah, well, this is taking it up a notch.
Uh-oh.
So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So you're going to come back, right?
Do I get to pop the bubbles?
No, you can't pop the bubbles. That's one thing. No bubble popping.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay. But we'll see you in a little bit. Now, Tom has some prizes to give away tonight because I want to tell you about the prizes. I'm going to talk about it again in the middle of the show. And then at the end of the show, we're going to give away some prizes. So we've got 5 prizes to give away for you tonight. And each of those prizes is from my dear friend, Jennifer McGuire. She and Christina Warner have a great website called Online Card Classes. If you've never been there, you have to check it out. It's amazing. They do these fantastic classes where they gather some of the, really great YouTubers like Laura Basson and Kathy Zilski, and I just like so many. And I know I'm forgetting a million, but so many great YouTubers. They get them together and they have a topic, and everybody provides all kinds of different techniques on that topic. I've been blessed to be in many online card classes as one of the instructors. I didn't have time to do this one, but it's amazing, and it's one of my favorite subjects. It's called Stenciled 2. And Jennifer said, hey, next time you go live, if you want to give away 5 spots in the class, you can. Now, the class has already started, but the thing about online card classes is once you sign up, you're in for life on that class. So it's like every day for, I don't know, like up to 2 weeks. Sometimes some of their classes go. They have so many classes on that topic. So this one's all about stenciling. And so even though it just started like a couple days ago, if you win, you just get signed up. You can even sign up now. If you don't win tonight, you can sign up. It's so inexpensive, and the amount of education that you get is unreal. So make sure you check that out, onlinecardclasses.com with Christina Warner and Jennifer McGuire. And the way to enter to win is just to leave a comment tonight. And we are a little low tonight on attendance. Well, not really super low, but we are a little lower than usual because my friends at Crop and Create are doing their unboxing for their class tonight. And I know some of you are doing both, and you've got like 2 screens on. And I got to tell you, when I saw somebody say that just makes my heart so happy that you found a way to still get our live in tonight. You might end up being a winner. So you never know. Okay, so let's talk about tonight's project. What we're going to do is we're going to use bubble wrap. And anybody who's ordered from Gina K Designs knows that in your package, you almost always get some of this baby bubble wrap. And it's so much fun to play with. Now, Tom was asking about popping it. Yes, it's very therapeutic to pop it, but for this technique, you don't want to pop it. So unwrap your projects and take a piece of this sticky bubble wrap, and you're going to use that for your project tonight. Now, I know some of you maybe have thrown away your bubble wrap and you don't have any, but next time you place an order, make sure to save some bubble wrap, because I'm telling you, this technique is so much fun. I have other bubble wrap videos that I'm going to link to this video so that you can see the background technique. But tonight we're going to use it in honor of my friend Jennifer. We're going to use it with stenciling, and it is so much fun. So let's get started. So here is the piece of bubble wrap that I have, and it is sticky. Our bubble wrap has a sticky background, which is really nice, especially when you're doing a technique like this, because it sticks to your table, which I think is great. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That zoomed out really fast. I got a little nauseous. By the way, guys, I got my shingle shot today, and whoo, I'm feeling like I have the flu. So if our screen doesn't look bright enough, I think it looks okay. What do you think, Tom?
It looks a little dark. You want to switch and I'll fix it?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. You go to the front shot. I'll go to the front shot, and I'll talk to you a little bit more. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit more. I'm in the dead space now, and Tom is going to brighten up the overhead shot. See, he misses 2 live videos, and now we're all out of practice. We're all out of sync. But so anybody that's just joining us, make sure you leave a comment, because we're going to pick 5 winners for online card classes, the stenciled one. And Jennifer said she might stop by the live tonight, so I'll be looking for her tonight. And if you see her, yell, "Hi, Jennifer." So we're going to be using the, oh, is your mic up? Yeah, it is. We're going to be using the layered peony stencil tonight, and if we have time, we're going to be using delightful blooms. So I'm going to switch back. Tom, you ready? Jump in the dead space.
See if that does it.
Okay, I think it'll look good. All right, let's give it a try. Oh, that looks much better. Okay, so I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to measure this out to be about 5 by 5. I'm going to do some fussy cutting tonight. You do not have to do fussy cutting. I'm just going to tell you that you do not have to do fussy cutting if you don't want to. But you can mask off parts of the layered peony stencil if you want to. It's very easy to just put some Post-it notes on there and, you know, block it off. But I'm going to be using it. I'm going to fussy cut just because I actually enjoy it. I know that sounds crazy, but I do. Oh, is the light better? Good, good, good. Yeah, I thought it was a little dark. At first, I thought it was my shingle shot. And I was just fading into the darkness tonight. But, okay, so I'm taking this stencil, and you want to make sure that the words are at the bottom, that you can read them, because that's the direction we're going to go with this particular project. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tape this onto the back. All right. And I really want to tape it well. Oh, I'm glad you have a lot. You guys have a lot of bubble wrap. That's good. That's great. Great to hear. Okay. So I want that to stay in place. Now, you know what? Maybe I will mask off. This way we won't have to fussy cut. And that might allow us to get a second project in. So you can either use some Post-it notes like this, or you can use masking magic just to mask off the leaves. That's what I want to do here. I want to mask off the leaves. Okay. So now I have my piece of cardstock. I have it taped to the back of the stencil. I know some people like fussy cutting, other people hate it. So I guess I want to make this so that you guys can see how to do it without it. And then I've got my Post-it notes masking off the leaves here. Now I am going to place my bubble wrap here, and I'm going to use some Dusty Rose ink. Now this is very easy to apply this ink onto this bubble wrap. The sticky bubble wrap, Cat, for those of you who are wondering where to get it, we give it to you in every order. We wrap everything. Your order is encased in this stuff when you get it from us. So it's a great way to use up some of this rather than sticking it in the landfill. You might as well use it for crafting. But you also can buy little bubble wrap at Walmart in there where they have like packing tape and stuff. I don't think it's sticky though, like ours is, but you could just tape it down if it's not. Okay, so I'm going to take this Dusty Rose ink pad and I'm going to just rub it all over the surface of this. Now I know that's a lot of surface, but I don't want to have any shallow spots. So I'm just rubbing it all over the bubble wrap. Okay. Now I'm going to take my stencil and I'm going to place it right on top of that bubble wrap. And then I have a paper towel here. You can use a piece of cardstock if you want. I'm going to just rub all over the surface. You see how I just flip that over? And I'm rubbing all over the surface of this bubble wrap. Okay, just want to make sure I make contact with everything. And you know how stencils are a little bit raised, so you want to make sure that you get it close to the edge. But the nice thing about the bubble wrap is because it's like poofy, it kind of sticks up into the stencil. Okay, now I'm going to flip that over. And you can see I've got quite the mess here. It looks like nothing, but that's all right. Now, the next step, and you can wash your bubble wrap with a tidy towel. I'm going to do that now before I go to the next step. In case we end up making another one, I don't want to forget that it's on there. I just used my tidy towel. It's squeaky though, so I hope this doesn't bother anybody. It sounds like a dolphin. Think of it as a dolphin, not nails on the chalkboard. Okay, so now that's all clean. You can just rub it with a paper towel to dry it, and you can use a different color. So it's all ready to go. I've been using this same piece of bubble wrap for a couple of years doing this technique. I just stick it. Tom, can you do the front shot? So I just stick it onto my furniture like that, and or to one of my drawers or something like that. And whenever I need it, I just pull it off and it's ready to go. Did Tom make a face when I was doing that? Okay, so now the next step is we're going to take a pink blending brush. And you see how there's ink all over this stencil? We're going to actually use that ink. So we're going to just, in a circular motion, we're going to pick up that ink and then we're going to add it over the surface of this. Let's just get all that ink on there. And the reason we want to do this is, first of all, I don't want to get my finger in it and then touch the area. But I also want to make sure that the white lines show in between. So the petals, you know, you can distinguish the petals from each other. And I'm picking up all that ink, so we're not wasting any ink there. Okay. Now I think I want to add a little bit more ink to this. So a perfect color, because it's so pale, would be some innocent pink. So I'm going to add a little bit of that to this card. I'm going to use the same blending brush. And I'll add that in here. Now that's going to make it just a hair more peach, which is totally fine. Okay. Now I'm going to pull this whole mess off. And you can see I've got that beautiful textured peony. Isn't that fun? Now we're going to add the second layer, and we're going to do that with a heavy-handed version of Dusty Rose, a little heavier-handed. So I'm going to line this up. And this is pretty easy to line up. Always remember when you're lining up stencils, just look for where they're indexed down here at the bottom, and then it will make it easy. And you just want to kind of maneuver this around until all the white lines disappear. And that's how you know you're in the right spot, because all of those white lines are going to disappear. And now I'm going to ink this up with some Dusty Rose. And I'm going to give a layer of Dusty Rose over this. Now, I'm not going as dark as the bubble wrap. I don't want that the bubble wrap to disappear completely in this area, but it's just darker than that innocent pink in that first light layer. We'll still see the bubble wrap in here. And this is where you're going to get all kinds of vibrant texture too. So can you see now the depth in there? It's kind of cool, huh? Now, if you want to go a little heavier handed, which I might, it's very easy. Just line it back up again until that white disappears. Once the white completely disappears, you've got it lined up perfectly. I'm going to go just a little heavier handed. There we go. All right. Isn't that neat? That's so fun. Okay. So now I'm going to clean these stencils because I want to make sure that I don't get any more pink on the leaf part of what I want to do. And I like to clean the stencils with my tidy towel, but you don't have to use a tidy towel. You can just throw them in water when you're done. Some people keep a little tray of water on their work area, so when they're using stencils, they can just drop them in. If you want all the staining to go away off of your stencil, you can spray it with some Gina K Designs stamp cleaner and the ink will completely disappear. But you do have to wash it after you use the stamp cleaner because the stamp cleaner does leave a little bit of a residue. So, and this one I'm just being a little more gentle because these are very, very delicate areas. I want to get down here where catch it on the other side just in case. Okay. And then I always have a few paper towels close by just to wipe these down. Now, some of you asked about using this leaf because my last card that I made with this stencil set, I used this one and we fussy cut everything and then we just popped up the flower underneath, so it really didn't matter. But these leaves actually fit onto this stencil. So what you want to do is you want to find, see how this spot right here, let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. Can you see how this spot of white looks just like this right here? So you want to find that spot and then you want to just pull it over until it disappears, till the color disappears. And then you have it lined up perfectly on this side. I'm going to just tape it more over here, just lightly so it doesn't shift. Now for colors, I think I'm going to use some jelly bean green. Oh, it's hard to reach tonight. I wonder why. Shingles shot. So if anybody's had a shingles shot, I'm telling you guys, I didn't believe you at first. I thought I was, you know, Superwoman, and I am not. They hurt. Okay, and I'm going to block this off here just to make sure I don't get any ink down here. And I am going to block this one off just in case I go crazy. I don't think I will, but you never know. And now I'm going to ink this up with some jelly bean green. And I'm going to add jelly bean green in here.
Jackie is asking, does Pixie Spray do the same as washi tape for holding down stencils?
It does. Pixie Spray is really good. It really will hold your stencils down. It's very hard to get off your stencils, which is fine because then you don't have to waste more Pixie Spray next time you want to use it. But I am not using Pixie Spray because I am in a pretty tight area here. We're in a very small room, our studio, and I like a little bit more air in the room when I'm using Pixie Spray since it's an aerosol. But it's a great product. Okay, so you can see I got my leaves here. Now I'm going to pop these right on top. That's easy to line up because, frankly, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to use some fresh asparagus here, which I think is a great mix with jelly bean. Yeah, I mean, when I say I'm not really dying from this shingle shot, but my arm does hurt. And they told me I'd probably feel like I have the flu tomorrow. So we'll see. I got 4 COVID shots and I never felt anything with any of them. So when they told me I was going to feel something, I was like, yeah. Well, something had to get me, I guess, right? Okay, so now I've added those little details on there. Isn't that bubble wrap so fun? Oh, I love that. Okay, so let's cut this out using one of the master layouts die sets. I'm just gently peeling that washi off. And it's great to see all of you here. Wow, we almost have as many people as we usually have, Tom.
Yes, we do.
That's great. Thank you guys for being here. If you just joined us late, we're giving away 5 spots to Jennifer McGuire and Christina Warner's online card classes. The new one is called Stenciled 2, and it's great. There's a million teachers, a million great techniques. So when I thought I would do this one because this technique's not in that class. I didn't want to do something that was in the class, but I know this one's not in the class. All right. And now I'm going to get my new plates. And let's pick a master layouts. So I think I'll do 2, master layouts 2. And we're going to cut some of this off. I know that makes people sad when I cut this much off, but it'll look very, very pretty. I know, it's very generous of them. So 5 of you are going to get, and the thing that's great about those classes, like I said, is once you're in for life. I mean, you don't have to take all the classes this week. You can take them whenever you need some mojo. You could do 1 a week for the next 750 million weeks, because that's how many classes there are. Pretty close. Okay, so I know that was hard to see. I cut that out. And if you wanted to put another leaf down here, you certainly could. I'll tell you a way that you can do that if you want. Why don't I show you? It's worth showing you. So let me find my masking paper. Give me a sec. Okay, that is not my masking paper. Hold on, I gotta find it here in my junk. Masking magic, here it is. So I'm gonna take a small piece of masking magic here, and then I'm gonna figure out where I want to put this other leaf. So see, here is right there is the image. And if I want to put the leaf right in here, all I have to do is put a piece of masking magic right in here, like this, and get a pen. And I'm just going to draw in there just like that. Then I'm going to get some scissors, and I'm going to just trim that. Okay, guys, seriously, this looks like my mammogram this week. Last week. Hanging straight down. Sorry. Every once in a while, I speak the truth. I did have a mammogram. It came out all clear. But I was really thinking about my poor embossing folders through that whole process and really feeling sorry for them. I'm just
Question.
Yes.
Can you repeat the name of the site for the classes, please?
Yes, it's onlinecardclasses.com. Okay, now I am going to, I'm just going to cut this off because I don't need to waste all of this masking magic. So here's my little flower boobs. Sorry, Tom. Sorry you have to witness this. Let me move this out of the way. All right, we'll zoom in a little bit here.
The horrors.
Yes, the name is onlinecardclasses.com. That's it, right, Jennifer? Jennifer, if you want to throw in your link to your website, that's totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to peel these off, and then I'm going to just place that right over. Sorry for all the husbands that are watching. I apologize. But you know what they are, so. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to block that off like that. Now I can put any leaf I want. Like I can put this leaf in here like that. And I'm going to block this off right here because I am messy.
Should I be leaving the room?
No, it's fine. I won't talk about it anymore. Sorry, Sue. Sue said I'm getting a little racy. You know, it is what it is. So I'm using Jelly Bean Green again. And then I'm going to go right over this spot with some Jelly Bean. And then I'm going to get the other stencil and just lay that right on that spot. And add a little bit of fresh asparagus. I saw the funniest thing, and this is not a word of the day, but I saw the funniest thing. There was a post that somebody made about if we let the person who invented the name for walkie-talkies invent other names for things, and he had for bras, breasty nesties. So that's not a word of the day. All right, and then I'll peel that off, and you see now that is coming out from underneath. That's how you can use masking. If you wanted to do another one up here, you could do the same thing. And you can save this, so you don't have to do it every single time. However you store your dies, you can save this. So you can always add an extra little petal in that same spot on any project that you make. So I kind of like to save them. All right, let's move on. When I watch this back tomorrow, I'm going to blame this on my shingle shot. I was delirious. So I'm cutting this down. I could use the Master Layouts 2 die set for this, but I'm just going to cut this one. And then we will lay this on top. Yes, it was a wild night here on Stampin' Chat Live. There were a lot of things like that. I should find that post and we can read them off to you next time. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere this together. And then we'll do some kind of cute little greeting over it. Now we can stamp a greeting. You know, one of the stamp sets that is one of my all-time favorites is the All About You stamp set. I really love that one. I don't know if that's close by, but it might be. So let me just take a quick look. If it's here. Here it is. So I love this little stamp set. And, you know, I don't mind stamping over parts of the flower. So I don't know what I'd do without you. You are such a wonderful person. You mean the world to me. That's one of my favorites. The world is a better place because of you. I think I'll use You Mean the World to Me. I just think that's really nice. And maybe I should send this to Jennifer for giving away the 5 online card classes tonight. So I could do that. I'm going to use my Misty to stamp this. Let me zoom out a little so you guys can see it. Where did I get the idea from? I invented this idea today. I wanted to use bubble wrap, and I thought, they already saw me bubble wrap a background. What else could I bubble wrap? And so I tried this, and it worked. The first one was really ugly. This technique came out really cute. My first technique idea was not that cute. Okay, so I'm going to pick that up with my Misty, and then I'm going to ink that up with some black ink. Yes, I will send this card to Jennifer. Definitely. You mean the world to me. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't think I need to do another layer of black on that. That just grabbed the ink perfectly. And I think I'll just add a few little sequins, and then we can try doing another one using the Delightful Blooms set. We'll stick with this same combination. Let's see what color would go well with this. I know Innocent Pink would be beautiful, but also Fresh Asparagus is always really pretty. And it's nice and dark, so the light colors pop a little bit more. And also, let me go over here, because one of my other favorites with this kind of stuff is gray. I think gray is beautiful. So do you guys like the green or the gray? Yes, this stencil did come out of the last kit, and it is available by itself now. So gray, okay, I'm seeing a lot of grays. All right, we'll go with the gray. I agree. I think the gray doesn't take away from the colors. So you guys know. You know. When you know, you know. Okay, and some of you like the green, and I agree. The green was pretty. It definitely was pretty. But I do like the gray. So I've got my tonic paper cutter here because I'm going to cut this tent style. So let me zoom out a bit. I'm going to cut that at 4 1/4. I know some of you really wanted green. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll be able to do green on the next card, because I think I'm going to get a second card in tonight, guys. Hey, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a... Oh, you got it. Never mind. Tom gets rid of the spammers quickly. Now let me bring this over so that you can see it against my gray workspace a little better. And we'll zoom back in. Yeah, I think that's nice. I guess I should have asked Jennifer. Yeah, I don't know what Jennifer liked, because she's the one getting this card, since she's given away all the online card classes. She's very generous. Okay, now let me get some Connect glue here, and we'll do a few little sequins on this. I've got my disco ball mix here, which is so pretty, but you know pearls would be really pretty on here too. I feel like pearls might be the thing because it's very elegant and soft. So hopefully you guys can see these pearls. Let's just try laying a couple of them on here. Jennifer, this is going to have to come in a box. So if we put one there, I like to sometimes lay them out first to see how I like them. We'll do another medium one. This is it's a weird size. These pearls, I always say this, but it's really true. They're like turtles that get on their back, and you cannot flip them over to save your life. All right, we'll just pick this one. Sorry, guy. And then a couple tinies. Just a little splattering. I think that looks really pretty. I think the pearls are nice. You know what I forgot? I don't know if I have the right pink, but we've got these really pretty pink pearls too. Oh, I do have the right pink. Oh my goodness. Should I look at them? I don't even have a dish for them yet. Jennifer, what color do you want? All right, I'm gonna just put a couple pink ones out because if you guys don't have these pink ones, you got to think about this for the future because these pink are so soft and beautiful. But I've got to turn them over. Look at that pink. And that is like the perfect pink. All right, we're doing pink. It's the perfect pink for this combination of pink inks. Here's one down here. Oh, these are pretty. But I don't have a dish. So we have this grocery store in town, and they have these like a little section of gift ideas. This is a pretty one. I don't know if that's the same color. That looks a little bit more crazy. They have like all these gifts. It's a beautiful grocery store, and they've got the cutest little gift area. And one of the gift things that they sell, that's a lighter one. Maybe I'll mix them. And they have little dishes, and that's where I get all my little dishes. They're like $1.99, and I really like just having little dishes everywhere on my worktop. I know it's not really probably the best way to organize my gems, my rhinestones and crystals, but I don't know. Should I use this more shiny one? Maybe I should. It keeps wanting to be there, so maybe I should. Okay, I'm using the shinier one. Sorry it's taking me a minute to find them. Okay. This one looks a little purple because there's light pink and there's light purple. Some of them have a sheen. They're just all different, but you can find a variety of them in here that are beautiful. I know some people mix, like they would mix certain pearls with other pearls. What do you guys think of that? I think that it's kind of an iridescent pearl. I think we should use them. I'm putting the white ones in with the other ones. And right now, my drawer, my dish is just on the counter up here out of screen view. That's where I'm storing them for now. Okay, and once I know what I want them to look like, I'm going to spill the rest of these out because I might see one more that is just the perfect color. It's interesting. I think when they make these and they dye them, like just some of the dye hits differently on some of them. So that one matches the others better. Okay. So I will pick these up one at a time and put some glue down. I might not get to finish the other card, but at least we'll stencil. We'll stencil it and see how it looks. And we're just going to stencil the flower heads on the next one. You know, I'm making this for Jennifer, and I probably should have used aqua because Jennifer and I share the love of turquoise. Okay, I could do another one here. I'll just do it up here. I'm going to try not to overthink after it took me 10 minutes to pick the pearls. Okay, so there's my card with the pearls. And those are our rainbow pearls. Love that. Okay, so that is the first card with the bubble wrap. You could still see that bubble wrap in there, but it doesn't look so silly and goofy. It's got all that texture from the bubble wrap, which just, I don't know, it's just softer. Okay. Tom, They're asking for a word of the day.
Okay, word of the day.
Yes, and we did give this word of the day. I taught a class over the weekend in Moncton, Canada. And I gave a word of the day, but only to like 40 people.
Limited
so
release.
if you're here from that you're going to hear a second word of the day.
Okay, so the word of the day is so it's a driving word of the day. So you're driving along and you whiz past someplace you're trying to go to. It's on the other side of the road, and so you say, "Oh, okay, I'll make a U-turn." So you pull over into the left lane and you get into one of those little lanes where you can make a left-hand turn, and then you wait. And you wait, and the cars, there's just a river of cars passing you, and you are just watching the shadows on the dashboard get longer as the sun moves across the sky. And then at that point, you would be experiencing a U-turnity. Word of the day, U-turnity.
U-turnity. Thanks, Tom. Okay, so now I'm using Delightful Blooms, and I cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to cut it again, I believe, with my master layouts too, but I wanted to get it close because I'm going to like work it off the side of the card here. Okay, and once again, I'm going to secure this on the back with washi tape. You definitely want to do this step because you want it to stay in place. Now we're going to get the bubble wrap. And I think now that I talked about it, now I kind of want to do some turquoise colors. So I've got some Tranquil Teal, some Turquoise Sea, and some sea glass. Okay. We'll start with the Tranquil Teal. You actually can just rub like that. You don't have to. And the fun thing about bubble wrap is all the texture. You get that weird texture in there that I just love. All right, we're going to lay this down. Doesn't have to be straight or anything like that. I'm just going to put a piece of cardstock over this for this one. Find a piece. Oh my goodness. I know this feels like it's wasting cardstock, but I can use the other side. And if I glue it down, you'll never see it. So if you haven't made a comment yet, make sure you make one because Tom is going to randomly pick 5 people to win one of 5 online card classes. Okay. Here we go. So now we have that. And I am going to put this aside so we don't waste time. I'm going to get my blending brush and I'm going to pick up some of this Tranquil Teal. Just going to pick it up off the stencil. And I'm just going to lightly brush it over the flowers. So all I'm doing is picking up this ink that was stuck on the stencil just to give it that color. That's how you get the white lines to show. You definitely want to do that part. Alrighty. So aren't they pretty and cute and fun? Love them. All right, so I should have used this. I'll just put it right over everything. And now I'm going to line up my second layer of this stencil. This is a 4-part stencil, so this is a big one. And again, making sure that my words are in the same position and just make the white disappear. That's all you want to do. If you make the white lines disappear, then it's in the right spot. Okay. Now I think I will use I'm going to try a little Turquoise Sea and see if that's dark enough. I'm going to pick up some of this ink. We'll get some Turquoise Sea on here. I think that's going to be dark enough to give me that shadow layer. My daughter Alicia designed all of these stencils for us. She drew all the fun layers that I can't see. I can see them when I'm working with them, but I can't see them to draw them. She's pretty amazing. Okay, and that should do it. Ooh, yeah. So that gave us our second layer. You see all that? Oh, I love that. Okay, now layer 3, we're going to do Jelly Bean again since it's right here. And this one's a little tricky in that whenever you're using stencils like this, where they're loose on the ends, and I've said this a million times before, but if you're new, make sure you're brushing toward from where it's growing out of the stencil there, from where it's attached to where it's not attached, in that direction. You don't want to go back and forth because you could damage this delicate stencil. And here I'm just lining up these tops so that they're in the center and everything else will be just fine. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to add some of that color into the centers. And then I'm going to go with my Jelly Bean and lightly blend down in here. Just working my way toward the outside so I don't break the stencil. Okay. Now we're going to add that final color, the fresh asparagus. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that one. And this one, I would worry about lining that up and that up, and then make that little white spot disappear. It's not moving because the washi tape is making it stick. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to use a little sea glass on top. Just a light little bit of color. Boy, it was freezing in this room, and now it's about 2,000 degrees in here. If anybody tells you to go to hell, stay where you are, Tom.
Hey. Okay,
Sorry.
so
Okay.
clean it up.
Yes, sorry.
You've got a few.
Sorry.
We just got a request from an 8-year-old.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Watching with her grandma.
I'm sorry. I should have put a disclaimer that I had a
do
shingle shot.
A kid's joke of the day. Here's a joke for kids.
Okay.
So kids, you're watching.
Right, smooth over me.
Something.
Smooth me over a little bit.
Something to break up all the blue humor from Gina.
Wait, can I just show them this? Look at that.
Spectacular.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, Tom, you do the dad joke.
Okay, really quick. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick.
That's very cute. I like that. My humble apologies for my naughty mouth. I will wash my own mouth out with soap and water. Where are my plates? Here they are. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out now using Master Layouts 2. Let's move this up a bit so you can see it. A stick. All right. So I didn't leave a whole lot of room, but that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I could see kind of where those flowers were going to be. So I only cut it 1/4 of an inch bigger than the A2. And there I've got that nice little stitching. Yeah, it's spicy night tonight. I guess so. And then I'm going to cut, I will cut this one with the second layer of master layouts too. And if your master layouts ever warp, they just, you know, these big open dies, any open dies will do that. Just lightly flex them back into shape and they will lay flat again. That's my little tip. One little tip for the day. I think that's going to make it. Okay. That was dumb. I had my plates uneven, but they're fine. It went through. And now we will assemble this card and we'll add a greeting. Oh my goodness, I think we're going to make it. We're going to make 2 cards tonight. I did not expect to be able to make 2 cards. Well, it's in the Bible. Right, Tom? Is somebody there over there for me in the dead space? Okay. So now all of you who wanted green, I'm going to do green on this one because I think that will be very pretty. And then we're going to add a greeting. So my first one I used, you mean the world to me. For this one, how about if I do, I don't know what I would do without you. I'm going to use that. I just love that roughness. It almost looks like crumpled up paper. Like some kind of design with crumpled up paper. My mom used to say that all the time, so I apologize. I'm channeling my inner Ruth.
No worries. Heather, no, Gina did not mention when the floral stencils will be back in stock. She has not the clue.
I don't have a clue, although I know that they're all on order and I know that they're being worked on because I was in touch with our stencil company and they are working on them. So I'm hoping that they're going to be back in very, very soon. Okay. Oh, I like that. I kind of like it over the flowers too, right? That's kind of a sweet way to do it. So you don't always have to have room for your words. You can go over it. It's just if you were to stencil this in some really dark colors, like bright, maybe deep reds or burgundies or dark purples, you might not see it, but you can see that just fine because of the light aqua tones. I know, Debbie. Tom made me worried. It's not my fault.
I made you worry?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I said a naughty word.
Not to worry.
Okay, so we're going to go with green this time. Do you think the green? What do you guys think? Oh, I don't know. When I see it on green, it just looks like too much green to me. Oh, I really wanted to do this, but when I see it on the gray, I feel like it makes the green pop out. I got to do the, I'm sorry. I got to do the green, I mean the gray. I actually think lighter gray would be really pretty too. Let's take a look at that. So here is, this is Stormy Sky. This is Soft Stone. But I do think that Stormy Sky, and I think that's going to work. Something about those grays that just, it's kind of like using a white card base when you use gray because it's neutral. It blends with pretty much everything. I've even used gray with some brown tones and it looks really good. And then, but it gives color to the card. So if it's up against something white, I know sometimes when I do stuff for a magazine, they always say, please have a color base because our magazine pages are white and we want our, readers to be able to see it. I think I smeared a little bit. I smeared because I had color on me, but I'll put a sequin there. It's not too bad. It's because I touched the stencil over here. Instead of cleaning it, I moved it out of the way. But you see, we all do it. So it is what it is. Okay, and we'll put a couple sequins on here. We'll do one here to try to cover that. We'll do a tiny one. Oh, and I didn't cap my glue. There we go. Put a tiny one there. One here. One here. One down here. And one in here. We'll cluster them fairly close together this time. We'll do that size. And then we have really tiny ones. We have these little micro ones. I really like the micro disco ball. And I blend them with the regular disco ball. So I've got like 5 different sizes going. And that's really fun. I'll put that there, right over the biggest blotch. Then we'll do a bigger one. It's not big. This is a big one. This was a bonus card anyway. Although maybe Jennifer wants this one. She won't care if there's a smudge. Okay. So there is that one with a little bit of disco ball. Okay, now let me get these out of the way and the glue, and then we'll look at both cards again with the bubble wrap. Let me clean that. I think that's the culprit right there. There we go. So here is my first card. And there is my second card, all with the bubble wrap. Okay. So I'm not going to give these cards away tonight because instead we are giving away 5 spots in Jennifer McGuire and Christina Warner's online card classes. The latest one is called Stenciled 2, and it's amazing. Amazing teachers this time, well, always, and just great ideas. So I thought I'd do a little stenciling tonight with an idea that I don't think is being shared in there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. And then you can go and get about 10 million other ideas in that class. All right, Tom. So you ready to rattle off the names?
We're going to do a fancy, cheesy drum roll.
Okay.
And then we're going to announce all 5 names.
Okay.
One after the other.
Okay. Get ready, everybody.
And then hold the cheesy applause until afterwards. Okay.
All right.
So drum roll, please. Here we go. Big winners tonight. The lucky 5. Carol Weatherspoon, Linda Kenney, Jan Copithorne, Cindy Molnar, and Lady Hawk J.
Woo! All right. Congratulations to all of the winners. All you have to do is send your name and email address to info@ginakdesigns.com. We will pass those over to the folks at Online Card Classes, and they will get you registered. And even if you didn't win tonight, there is no better value than Online Card Classes. The classes are super inexpensive, filled with great ideas and techniques, and they encourage you to use what you have in your stash. All right, everybody. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you all for being with us. Tom, we had 2,500 people here. I didn't think they would show up. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, we will be back on Thursday with another Crafternoon Live. I hope you will join us. I'm just going to do a little shameless request. If you wouldn't mind liking this video, hitting the thumbs up, and hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell, you'll never miss another video. So Thursday crafternoon at noon Central Time, and then I'll be back over the weekend with either a 5-minute card or a foil at Friday. I haven't decided yet, but definitely something fun for you. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.